YouTube, what is going on? It is your boy Monotone Matt back at you with a new video. And ladies and gentlemen, you already know, before we get into the video, as always, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell. Select all. That way, when I upload content to the channel, that way you just come rush it to the channel, come check it out, see what I upload, or if I upload a poll or something, y'all come over there and come visit. Today's topic I want to talk to everybody about. I want to more so talk about fellas providing in a relationship or family, excluding money. And I know what you guys are thinking. Yo, Matt, how you going to be a provider and we're not talking about money? Well, here's the thing. Most of the time when we're talking about provider, 9 times out of 10, everybody's normally talking about finances, financially, and just bringing money to the table. We get it. We know that for 9 times out of 10, that's the man's job. But I woke up the other morning thinking about, like, how can a man provide outside of money? I had a couple ideas, but also I thought I share some other men's ideas as well too. So this video right here is particularly from a man's perspective. And don't worry, I'm actually going to cover a video later on, and I'm going to actually ask the same question to females. So if you're a lady and you're watching this video, think about what are some ways that a man could provide, just not excluding money, basically. And leave a comment below. Let me know what you think about it. Leave a comment below, and I'll definitely want to hear your side as well too. So let's go ahead and get it. Let's go ahead and get into it. So from a man's perspective, I asked a couple of my friends, I asked some co-workers, I asked a couple men from the gym, just different men in areas of life. And these are just regular guys. And the feedback I got from everybody was pretty great. Definitely amazing. And I actually had a lot of people think and had to take some time to actually really think about it, which honestly was perfect. It was first thing in the morning, so I'm glad people gave me some answers. So the first thing on the list that men were talking about was time. And with that being said, the reason why they brought up time, because most of the time when they're on their downtime, or just men in general, when they're on their downtime, a lot of times they want to interact with their family, build a bond relationship, and more so just get more involved with the family. So a lot of the men they were talking about, like, when they're not at work or they're not busy, they'd rather be with the family at home doing what they need to do, or they're going out doing family activities. The first thing they were talking about was time, which I thought was pretty amazing because, why would you not want to spend time with your family at the end of the day? I know as men, we're always out working, providing for our family, doing what we need to do. So it's good to hear that there's other men that think about, like, putting in time with their families and building relationships with their family, their wives and everything like that. And the reason why I say it like that, because there are people that go home and they don't even spend time with their family or their husband or their wife. There are people that don't do that. They just go home, sit down, glued to their phone or glued to their TV. You'll be surprised the kind of lifestyles people live out here. Let's go ahead and jump into number 2. So number 2 was a great one as well. And ladies, I think you're going to love this one as well too. So number 2 is more so emotional support. And ladies, I know you love to talk about your feelings all the time. And we get it. We're not shaming you at all. We know you guys are emotional. We totally get that. And it's good that the men I've asked said the same thing, providing that emotional support. And what we mean by emotional support is when you're going through things at work, you're going through hard times, or you're just going through something in life. You got that partner right there that's there to comfort you, give you words of encouragement. Another thing I'm gonna say is, like, read your love language. There are men that don't know love languages or even know how to provide emotional support. You definitely want to find a man that can provide that emotional support for you at the end of the day. I know there's men that care deeply about how their woman feels and what they care about. Also, women, you got to understand, and we're going to get into it later on today, like, I know we always think logically. I know that. Sometimes we have to give words of wisdom as well too. Now, don't get it twisted. We're always going to be there for emotional support. No doubt about it. And sometimes every now and again, we got to give you a little logic on the side. Just being real. Just throwing it out there. All right. Which basically leads into my next topic. Number 3, guidance. You definitely want a man that's going to provide you some guidance. Come on now. Like, let's just be real. You don't want no man that's just going to lead you down the wrong path. I don't think no woman wants that. And same thing from a man. I don't think no man wants to lead a woman down the wrong path unless you just living an alternative lifestyle. Yeah, that's totally different. If you just into doing whatever you want to do, hey, that's cool. But I mean, at the end of the day, spouse, significant other, husband, wife, we're in the 2024, so whatever, however everybody's doing it, man, you just want to make sure you're providing that guidance. Always want to lead your lady down the right path. You know, you don't want to lead her down trouble. Now, don't get it twisted, man. I know there are times where we end up coming up short. We mess up down our path, which is okay. We talked about failure on this channel, and like I said, we're not afraid of failure. You just pick yourself back up, and you need to get back to it. That's straight up. Number 4, with that guidance, we have to implement structure. And we talked about structure on this channel multiple times. Ladies, you definitely want a man that's going to provide some structure in your life. I'm just being real. Structure, discipline, however you want to cut it. Because I'm going to be real, ladies, I know sometimes y'all like to do whatever y'all want to do, and it's cool. And you can still do that. But when you're in a relationship, especially you got a man that's caring for you and that's providing for you in these different areas, and including money, you want to make sure you got a man that has some type of structure and some type of discipline. I know some of you ladies may not like it, or most of you may like it, but just don't know how to handle it. All I'm just saying is you want to have a man with some type of structure, with some type of discipline in his life, especially when you guys have kids later on in the future. You don't want to have kids that lack discipline. I know I don't. My parents disciplined me all the time growing up as a childhood, whether it was spankings, standing in the corner, riding the motorcycle with my back just posted up on the wall. We gotta basically wall sits. Like, you definitely want a man that's gonna have that structure and discipline, because at the end of the day, when it comes to the kids and raising the kids, yeah, you can be nice to your kids all you want, but also at the same time, they need to learn and they need to understand what's gonna happen in the real world out here. So, structure, number 4. And the last thing that I want to end with, since we're talking about all this, is leadership. This was another main thing that all the men were talking about. And it goes with guidance as well. You want to be a leader for your lady. You want to be a leader for your wife, and you want to be a leader for your kids. Because don't you want your kids to look up to their dad in that leadership role? And then also come on, ladies, I know you want to look up to a man that's a great leader. And you gonna look at him and be like, oh, I can trust him. He's not gonna lead me down the wrong path. I just know he got us. Leadership is a big thing. And I'm so glad the men that I asked basically said a lot of these characteristics, because I was already thinking the same thing already. So just hearing the men talk about this as well too is definitely amazing. Now, I know later on I'm probably gonna have a call with some people, and then we're probably have a little bit further discussion. I may upload it to the channel, so that way something different to the channel to introduce, and you could guys let me know if you like it. That leadership is, I feel like that's probably like the main thing. I would say the leadership and the emotional support are probably the main 2 that I would say probably like top 2 for me. And the reason why I say that, because one thing about me from my perspective is I'm all about making sure my woman's good at the end of the day. Now, I'm not going to make myself miserable like I did in the past. I'm not going to do that. But also at the same time, making sure you're good, but also have those boundaries set in place. You don't want somebody to, kind of just do whatever they want to do. Just make sure y'all take care of each other at the end of the day. Ladies, make sure you have a man that understands emotional support, because honestly, there's a lot of men that don't understand it. We have to learn, and sometimes we have to be taught. We're all raised differently. Some of us are raised similar, but there's just different paths of life that people experience, and that's okay. I would definitely say, men, keep it up on that emotional support, and ladies, make sure you get a man that understands emotional support. The last thing, leadership. Ladies, get you a man that is a leader. Get you a man that knows what he wants in life. He sets goals and does what he needs to do. I'm not gonna say that right now. We gonna hold off. We're gonna hold off on that right now. Find you a man that understands leadership, that has some type of structure and some type of discipline. I'm not saying he has to go to the gym and everything like that, because I know I talked about that in the past. We're going to leave it right here. I think this was a great video. And like I said, this was all from a man's perspective when it comes to this. Sometime next week, I will be uploading a video and I will be asking women the same thing. So ladies, I hope you leave your comments down below, because I want to hear some of your perspectives as well too. And we're going to talk about it next week as well too. So be on the lookout. We're going to end it right here. I hope you all love the video, man. If you have, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. Select all so that we can get notified when I upload my content. Hope you all have a great day. We are out. Peace.